So why don't we talk about Raw? Now, I will say going into it, we've seen more disagreement with you and me from the listeners and the comments on YouTube and on various social media platforms. Although a lot of people agree with us, more people than we've seen for anything in a while who are either into the Uncle Howdy stuff or wanting to give it a chance or don't understand why we don't see it as brilliant. And I guess I'll just say that here at the top of the show because that's how we ended last week's show, the murder of the entire crew of Monday Night Raw, whatever the happened.
Fortunately, they were able to find another production crew and restaff Gorilla, but go ahead.
But yeah, that's the lead into Monday Night Raw this past week. Another sellout, I believe, just like every other Monday.
Well, let me say first about the people because we have had more people that normally disagree with us on anything, disagree with us on the Wyatts. And let me say that after weighing everything carefully, pro and con, listening to some of the feedback from the Cult of Cornette listeners and carefully considering everything, I've got to admit that I don't care. I don't give two French fried titty fucks. I don't like it. And here's why. And don't come at me with the goddamn... See, I'm going to be cranky today, even though it rained. Don't come at me with Undertaker and Kane had the supernatural power. I was never in favor of Undertaker ascending to heaven. I believe I've told the story of how I hid behind the ring post rather than get on camera for that, because he was literally dying and going to heaven on screen in front of our eyes. I wasn't in favor of either one of them being able to throw lightning bolts magically from the ceiling. But I loved the gimmicks that were the wrestling gimmicks. Kevin Sullivan's band of weirdos and oddities in Florida. As we've told a story when Kevin's been on the program several years ago. The fans believed that they were legitimately some type of devil worshipers, even though they never said devil or Satan. They thought they burned their fucking fans' van one time. Remember the story about the weirdos that were following them around because they thought they were weird too? The other fans burned their goddamn van because they thought they weren't teleporting themselves anywhere. The other people in the promotion and the other wrestlers weren't cooperating with it. Obviously, the whole production just didn't stop so that they could wander through like zombies to ominous music playing over the PA system. I don't have a problem with spooky gimmicks or horror-inspired bullshit. I don't have a problem with the goddamn guy in a fucking horror movie mask, right in the ring. A big fucking guy kicking his shit out of whatever the fuck. But not when it defies believability and that other people and the entire promotion and production are cooperating with it. Then it's bullshit. That's not what wrestling is about. Do live horror movie shows, plays, things, whatever that would be. But it would be the same thing as if the gimmick was that Samantha Stevens, the new girl champion, is a witch and she twitches her nose and shit appears in the ring. No. So that's why I don't like it, because it's not what wrestling is in any way, shape, or form, whether modern or territory days or the days of Strangler Lewis, for fuck's sake. Does that make any sense, Brian?
It makes sense, and I'll agree with it, and I'll talk a little bit more about it here instead of later on when we talk about the segment. But, my feelings are the same as it was with the Bray Wyatt segments. Clearly creative, clearly someone influenced by whatever, The Ring. Clearly something that someone should go to Hollywood and work on. Shouldn't be on a wrestling show. It doesn't make sense. Explain how it exists. You can't. And then people go, oh, well, you just got to give into it. That's what people said when Bray Wyatt came back last time. Just go with it. And it got worse and worse and worse. And I know a lot of people are raving about the Bo Dallas interview, him interviewing himself. I said it on Twitter. You'll get it. It was like a Michael Ano video. Like it rewound itself and the tracking issues would come and go, then perfect quality.
And Mike Lano is interviewing a person who then Mike Lano is writing the responses of that person.
That's exactly right. But one other thought about this, and I saw some other people jump on it, and I got to admit it is interesting. All the members of the Wyatt Six, all 6 of them, wherever they went to after the show last week, Arby's or whatever, they took a picture of some fan. So there's some fan with all 6 of these monsters out of character smiling, eating their roast beef.
At Arby's.
I don't remember if it was Arby's. Maybe it was Applebee's. Maybe it was...
Oh, like there's 5 Raxes left in the goddamn country.
I don't know where they were, but it was all of them out of character with a smiling, happy fan. Dexter Loomis and some other guy who was probably in NXT and someone else and Nikki Cross.
And before somebody says, oh, well, nobody really believes they're zombies, which is the point, by the way. When do you remember pictures of Undertaker with a goddamn fan in the first 6 months of his career when he's supposed to be the dead man and he's at McDonald's hoisting a burger with some fucking kid? When did that ever surface?
It didn't. It didn't. That's why it's so shocking now when you see the Undertaker and he's such a happy, jovial, storytelling, nice guy. He didn't say fucking boo. I was around him at fan events, like WWF sanctioned fan events in like 92, 93.
Yeah.
He didn't say anything to anyone. He stayed in character the entire time. Didn't break at all. And I think it was like that on the road too with Percy.
Yes. And that's how he is still an icon 30 years later, whatever the fuck. But nevertheless, so that's our feelings on the Wyatt family, of their somebody said the Wyatt Six, but who's 6? I thought there was 5. Is there 5 or 6? Somebody said there was only 5. Do they still have one to go? Who are these people?
I don't know. Hold on. I'm pulling up the photo right now.
There's a pig and a goat and a rabbit and the ugly girl that crawls around and Uncle Howdy.
Well, to be fair, there's no roast beef sandwich. I'm looking at the photo now. There are indeed 5 of them. And Bo Dallas is holding up a supersized drink from whatever this establishment is. And Eric Rowan is sitting in a chair, like you would see at a McDonald's or something.
Is he the rabbit?
I don't know. He used to be the Redbeard. Well, he is the Redbeard. He still has a Redbeard in this photo.
Yes, but he may be did the kill the wabbit, the kill the wabbit. All right. So the point is, there 6 or is there 5 or what's going on?
There's
here?
5. I don't know if Bray Wyatt spiritually is the 6th or if there's a 6th puppet come to life that we're waiting for. I also don't know why anyone cares, but that's me, lifelong wrestling fan.
All righty. Not afraid of burning in hell. Have you seen that commercial?
Ron Reagan Jr.?
Ron Reagan Jr., my man. The son of the conservative vegetable brain is a lifelong atheist. He does the commercial and he says, Ron Reagan, lifelong atheist, not afraid of burning in hell.
Yeah, it's easy to say that until you start dropping into a fiery pit. And then you're like, I'm fucking afraid. Ah, fire. Sure, it changes then.